Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. More, hate less, read comics. It's Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Hey, buzz babies. Happy New Comic Book Day. It's Wednesday. We got some cool guests in the green room, but before we do that, I'm going to hit you with a couple quick announcements. As you all know, we are in most of you know, we are in the last 48, coming up on 48 hours of One True Love, sitting right at about 1,000 to fund. This comic from Michael Candelaria and Jay Sheik is a very special noir graphic novel that really needs to be made. We've been leaking a lot of sketch art and stuff lately for it, and just the stuff Jay is pumping out right now is unbelievable. These pages are gorgeous. This is a noir mystery thriller that you really want in your lives. Trust me, it's very cool. Check it out. I'm going to post the link in the comments so you guys can check that out for yourselves. Again, 48 hours left on that. Please give it a look. And then next, I know you guys know I am the social media manager for Metal Ninja Studios. We are doing the Metal Ninja Trample IH Challenge. That's intracranial hypertension. It's a buildup of spinal fluid. They don't know how to treat it. It's a very niche group of people that have it. And so there's not many samples. So anyways, we're raising money to go to the Intracranial Hypertension Research Foundation to help them do their research and, try and help get a cure. Because like I said, they don't even really know how to treat this. And it's terrible for their patients because it's all like a guessing game and a mystery. And anyway, there's a link in the chat. You guys can click that, go there. We are selling exclusive merch with that cool Trample, our Metal Ninja robot carrying the flag. We got merch with that on. We got mugs, totes, some cool t-shirts. Give that a look. It's a good cause, and you get some cool stuff out of it. Or if you just want to donate directly to the foundation, you can. That's cool too. Or if you don't want to donate at all, if you don't have it right now, totally understand. A share really helps. You can, if you go to that website, there's a cool share button, share it to your socials. Anyways, thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. I've got an amazing group of people in the Blake's Buzz neighborhood, but the word neighborhood is actually not in the title of their comic. That's right. We've got the crew. You guys ready for it? We've got the crew of My Neighbor Necromancer in the house. Jason Piperberg. Look, sorry. Let me try that again. We've got the crew of I'm cursed with this title and this group. They've all given up on me by now. I know. We have the crew of My Neighborhood Necromancer. Jason Piperberg, Luca Romano, and Dillon Gilbertson are in the house. Let's bring them in. Second time's a charm, gentlemen. How we doing tonight?
Doing great. Yeah. Thanks for having us on, Blake.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. You guys have a very, very gorgeous looking book here. The art, these pages that you've shown on the Kickstarter page, we'll bring that up shortly. It's looking damn good. I gotta ask, how'd you
guys? I told you it looked good.
How'd this ragtag team of kick-ass creatives come together? Like, is there a cool story here, or you guys just stumble upon each other on the internet, or how this team happened?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Yes and no. I think so. Luca was probably one of the first contacts I ever made in comic creator world, and
Nice.
was certainly the first friend I ever made in this space.
He's not just a contact. He's a friend.
He's a friend.
That's fucking beautiful.
The real comics were the friends we made along the way. So Luca, I found Luca on DeviantArt. How long ago was that? It feels like 10 years ago, maybe at this point.
It's over 10 years. A
Wow.
lot over.
Holy crap.
You guys have been
We're
hanging
going
out.
about 17, I think.
Goodness.
Yeah.
The world is that old? That's insane.
The world is
Yeah.
that old.
17 years ago? I can't remember anything beyond COVID anymore.
I might be wrong,
It's
but
shut
it's
down.
in that ballpark. It's not that
There was
far
no
from
world
it.
before that. No.
This is actually the first time Luca and I have spoken face to face, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Nice.
Yeah, that's bonkers.
That's happened so many times on my show. Like I have, it's a beautiful thing where people come together sometimes for the first time, and which is crazy because you've all been working together. Comics are a slow process, so it's not like you guys just started working on this book together, right? Like this has been a thing for a while.
Luca and I met forever ago at this point on just like a random book that I was trying to first book I was ever trying to put together, and it sort of crashed and burned. But Luca, it was by no means Luca. Luca pulled us all together and like made the book look anywhere near as good as it could be. And then we worked on a couple other projects since then. We did there is a bridge for the was the local haunts anthology we did, and then it's every time there's a gap between projects, and my mind's always like, I got to get Luca on another project. And
you got to keep him locked down so no one steals him.
Yeah, right. And so
he snatched me away from Nottingham. Just
oh my god!
So, don't say that. David's in the chat. He'll find
man.
I'm gonna be in trouble.
love Nottingham, by the way.
Nottingham's great. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I was shocked that I was able to harangue Luca and get us here. And then Jason, I feel like I'm controlling the conversation right now. I apologize.
Oh, you
typical
have
writer.
Yeah.
We already agreed I'm gonna talk just Italian and do hand gestures.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I want.
Lots of nodding.
Yeah. Jason and I were both on the Yule anthology that was nominated for a Ringo last year.
Yeah.
We were on separate stories, but I think right when production on Yule ended, we all had I think it was during lockdown, if I'm not mistaken, and we did like a virtual Christmas party to get together, and we all got on a group video chat, and then we all got on like a group Twitter chat, and I think since then, almost every single week, every Wednesday, we just get on and we just hang out and shoot the shit.
Oh wow!
But then I was sort of batting this idea around in that group chat for a long time until I eventually got the balls to ask Jason if he wanted to be a part of it, and he was gracious enough and excited to jump on it, and that's kind of how we all came together.
Nice. That's
I was honored to be asked. It wasn't so much gracious.
Jason, did you know Luca before? I forget.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You guys
introduced us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Gotcha.
You made me money because I worked with him on another book. We're hoping to release someday soon.
Yeah, that's where the majority of the funds for My Neighbor Necromancer are going. Is we all know getting artists and creators paid fairly and appropriately is a challenge a lot of the times in comics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a large focus of what we're trying to do, is just make sure that everyone, all you guys are being paid, what you deserve for making such an incredible book.
There we go. That's good to hear.
That's why we're asking so much money.
Yeah, that's the problem.
10,000. I don't know what's a lot anymore.
Yeah, no,
there's like all these new theories with Kickstarter now, like go low, but no, you're gonna go. Oh, no, you're gonna go high, but like,
yeah,
it's like
we're not that shrewd.
4 and 4,500 is
yeah,
like
no.
everybody's
I wanted to be. We wanted to be as honest as we possibly could with what we needed and where the money was going, and so that's nice. Sort of how that came out.
Well, it's a beautiful book, so you definitely get what you pay for. I know sometimes you can get lucky, but I think everybody knows good art is expensive. And it's worth the cost. A lot of like, if you can go extra on the art, that's always great. And then also like lettering and editing, I think are underutilized funds. Or fund allocations and a lot of Kickstarter campaigns. Anyways, enough metrics and money. That's all. Everybody tunes in for that. We got people in the chat. I gotta say hi. Sorry, it's a rough segue. I know. I apologize. We got Three Good Nerds. What's up, dude? As I mentioned, David is on to the chat. He says too late. He's mine. I believe he's referring to Luca.
He's on my chat, David.
He might be
here with my team.
What's up, Ian? I think one of you was on Ian's show before this, weren't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, he did.
I would have been, and then Twitter kicked me off because I talked about having a Blue Sky account, I guess, and so.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. You can't let Daddy know where you're hanging out, man.
Yeah, it didn't let me. I was like on for like 5 minutes, and then it was like, nope, can't be here anymore. Yeah.
And it's not like Blue Sky's that great. The vibes are nice. What's cool about Blue Sky is I'm not early on there because there's already people with like tens of thousands of like, you know, weird accounts like that. But I mean, like the big name comic book people are following me that wouldn't follow me on Twitter. Right. And I'm like, so I'm showing up right at the right time with my cute little bee image, you know, all excited for comics, and like some real fucking cool people are following me on Blue Sky. And I really want to reach out and be like, because if you comment people, they see it, right? Like, it's hard to miss Blue Sky notifications right now. And so, I mean, I kind of wonder if I shooted the shot and then was like, hey, you want to come on the show and sometime? But then I don't know. I haven't had much luck on there posting content, like links to reviews and stuff. There's not a lot of engagement for that right now. It feels like, so I don't know.
But just do as I did, just aggro.
Oh yeah, just go. There's I stumbled into horny Blue Sky today, actually. I didn't know that was
already a thing,
dude. Like you could get in trouble for having this up on your work screen in the office if it happened on accident.
I'm not there yet. I'm waiting for my invite, but give me a list, I guess.
It's not comic book people. It's just there's there's already, you know, corners of the Blue Sky internet, or the Blue Sky internet of the network.
Pink tinge.
Yeah, it's not blue anymore.
It's not blue anymore.
Oh man, did you guys know we're here to talk about a comic? I didn't. What's everybody? Oh look, coming live from Australia. We're international. Well, we've been international, I guess, because of Luca, but
yeah.
Blake's Buzz has viewers all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty cool. Similar to the Kansas City Chiefs, who have season ticket holders in all 50 states. Anyways, there's not 50 states anymore. I still say 50 states like an ignorant. I can't get that out of my.
I'll get myself kicked out of the chat for this, but I'm a Broncos fan, so.
Oh no! Well, nobody's perfect, but that's why, you know, that's why we're here to talk about your really good comic.
Because it's
not your football team.
That's what we got going.
I mean, if you want to flame, go ahead. Just content, everything.
No, it's a legit rivalry. It was they addressed it in the new season of Ted Lasso. Even there was a cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you had to be from Kansas to know about like Price Chopper and the Price Chopper bean dip. The shit that they knew about real Kansas City that he says in that fucking speech about Kansas City Chiefs football. That's why artists deserve to be paid too. But like thinking about like writer's strike and the series and stuff going on right now, like that's what good writing gets you. It's like research, and not just research, but like that was a powerful fucking monologue that just really got Kansas City right in so many ways. And then like, fuck that show. It's too good. Anyways, my neighbor Necromancer.
My neighbor Necromancer.
My neighbor. You know what's funny? When I went to pull up the Kickstarter page, when I typed it in, it like auto filled into that. It was like my neighbor. I was like, you're doing it to me again, motherfucker. Trying to ruin me. It's the AI. It's getting me. I keep seeing ads about how if you're a social media manager now, you have to use AI. If you're not using AI, you're dead in the fucking water, because it can you can like program like weeks worth of tweets and updates and shit.
Well, if you end up dead in the water, you just learn necromancy and you can bring it back.
There we go.
There you go.
That's how you segue, ladies and gentlemen. So we should I feel like we should show off some of this beautiful art that we've
oh yes, please. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's bring up this page here, and then we
had such a good last couple days. We crushed it the last couple days.
Yeah, you guys have been doing all right. Where's my mouse? All right, posting the link in the chat so you guys can all click the Kickstarter link and check out the page if you haven't already. Sitting at 139 backers, 2 weeks left to go, $5,412 out of 10K. So you guys are. I'm going to say we. I always do this. I say we like I'm part of the team when you guys are.
Hey, no, man,
you're welcome to join on.
Yeah, you're boosting. We're standing on your shoulders right now. We wouldn't be here without you.
No wonder my fucking back hurts. No. Anyways, so yeah, they're over 50% with 2 weeks left. You know, some campaigns are slower than others, but they've been coming around in the end, right? I feel like you guys are safe, but I also know from like working on campaigns where like some go slower than others. It's a different kind of. Listen, how you guys handling the like? Are you constant refreshers? Do you have like
That's Jason for us.
Yeah.
Jason, yeah. For the first couple of days, Jason was like, "We're at this much. We're at this much. We're at this much." And like it was all good news though, so I wasn't mad about it.
Nice.
That's great.
Okay, cool. So it wasn't like we lost a backer. Oh, they changed to digital.
No,
like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, luckily I only have
Somebody help.
Yeah, I only have access to the Kickstarter page. I can't see any of the back end, which is probably good.
Okay.
I mean, I could ask Dillon for the login, but I think that'd be bad for me.
Yeah, they got all kinds of cool metrics now. You can see like how many people are watching and not backing.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
dare they?
That was one of the things
right?
we have, I think, like we have over 200, I think, people. Well, not over. I think we have almost 200 people who are following it, and then it shows our conversion rate. And like, I feel like a lot of people will wait until like the last week or the last few days to do it.
Yeah.
And our conversion rate right now is in like the low 20s. And so like if that follower rate like shows up at the end, like we're gonna go to the moon. It's gonna be great. We've got great stretch rewards, but we have to get to those stretch rewards. So.
You're right. We do. We have to scroll down the page. I just remembered that. I was like watching you talk and not scrolling through the Kickstarter page. All right. So I can do, let's see. God, first, just this cover. Who did, and the logo and everything looks great too. Who did that?
That was Tim Daniel.
Of course.
Of comics fame, of Vault fame, comics fame, Second Rocket fame, Tim Daniel.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I sent that to him, or I didn't send that. I sent him the logo that he made. So I sent him the book and the prompt and everything, and he just took a few days to really get at it, and then he came back and he was like, I went old school and gave this one my all, and just and gave it to us, and I was like, you're the man.
It's beautiful.
Great.
Yeah, it's very
gorgeous.
Good.
Yeah,
very good
stuff.
So you fucking John Hammond this shit. You spared no expense.
Spared no expense. I mean, everyone's gonna die at some point, but everyone's gonna be brought back from the dead. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it's all right. So here, let me read the solicit real quick, and then we'll move on. A curious and upbeat 12-year-old girl stumbles upon a cabin in the woods where she finds a friendly necromancer hiding with an ancient secret. But her presence has revealed his location, and now she must learn to raise the dead herself to prevent the forces of evil from obtaining the ultimate power, the literal hand of death itself. Coming soon.
You should be the
as long as you people fucking back this campaign. Get to it right now. 14 days.
You gotta add a bunch of pleases in there because we really
please. Thank you.
Please.
We are very grateful.
We appreciate.
All right. So already that sounds cool. I'm sold. And the Tim Daniels logo, this beautiful cover. Oh my god. What a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, I love that cover so much. Jason and I went back and forth. Well, Jason, Luca, and I, we all went back and forth for a long time about what we wanted on the cover, and like nothing quite landed exactly where we wanted. And then Jason, without any, just out of the blue, was like, "Hey, I got this idea," and immediately we were like, "That has to be the cover. It's incredible."
Yeah.
I was so fatigued from the other versions that we had done over like 2 months that I was like, this probably isn't good. I don't know. You guys tell me. I can't make decisions.
And then you drop a banger in the group chat.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. No, yeah, good call. I'm glad. I'm sorry you had to suffer through all the previous drafts, but
I'm also sorry about that.
The point is the other drafts were actually good.
They're fine.
Yeah, no, they're all great.
This one.
That's cool. You need like promo art and pinup and bonus shit for lots of reasons.
Have a lot.
You can...
We have a backlog of that if you want.
And then you got from the perfect comic book man person, just human being in general, Mr. David Pepose has, when you got him saying nice things about it. Dillon Gilbertson is a writer on the rise, and combined with Jason Piperberg and Luca Romano's stellar artwork, My Neighbor Necromancer feels like a dream team of a book. That's nice.
I love you, David.
David's such good people.
Nice, David.
He's great. Yeah, I shared with him the script and all the art we had, and so he read through the whole script, and then came back and he absolutely loved it and wanted to give a pull quote for it, and so I'm eternally thankful for his kind words.
Nice. Well, here's some pages from the book that we've been talking about. Just like, I mean, just the way the edges, like, oh my god.
Jason, how did you what was your? This is me now, kind of trying to ask Jason questions about our work that we've had for forever now. But like the when did you get the idea to make the trees and like the foliage and the leaves, like basically the gutters?
Yeah,
and
I mean,
the panel.
that probably would have been in the layout stage. I do a lot of the thinking in the layouts. And I mean, I don't remember if I had. I mean, I think having the leaves kind of drape. It might have just been black up top at one point, and then I think I was just like, oh, I just throw leaves in there to make it like a splash page.
Yeah, because it frames that cabin reveal so perfectly, and then also just leaves ample space for the panels themselves. It's perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is solid.
That's probably that might be my favorite page so far.
I can see why.
It's a tough call.
That's page 11. That's there's
so,
like 10 whole pages before this. Like,
yes.
It's great.
I mean, I have all those laid out, but I don't think I've drawn.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Wait, you draw pages out of order?
Specifically for stuff like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have selected a few.
Yeah. So Jason laid out the whole thing of the whole issue 1. And then we selected pages that we wanted to use that would help draw people in. And like the whole book will draw people in, but like, you have to pick images that are the most stunning, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And so we selected a few of them. It took us, it felt like a month just to decide, because they're all amazing pages. But then we selected these ones, and we made 6 total pages. Every day right now on social media, I'm revealing one after the other. We've already gone through this one, but the whole thing is outlined, and that's sort of where we're at right now. And we need the funds to get the rest of it made, and then also printed, obviously, and shipped out to people.
Nice, man. How hard was that? You said it was pretty hard, but I can just see like how hard that would be on like deciding the priority of the pages to make, and like which ones to show, and like, which pages are we going to show on the page that are going to sell better than other pages? Because you love all the pages, right? You guys have been working on this. You've designed it. Like it's ready to. You're starting to. Layouts are made. Real pages are being produced. So like, you're. It's like picking. You got, I don't know, 21. I was going to say sisters, and you got to pick your favorite, but that you got 21 sisters. I don't think you're going to like any of them. Same if it was a brother. That's too big of a family and too much drama. But no, I mean, like, did you guys argue? Was there some where some of you were like, we got to do this one, and you were like, no, and you're like, I'm Dillon Gilbertson, no.
I think we were mainly trying to decide. We were mainly trying to decide whether we should do like 6 in sequence or do 3 and 3. I think was the main debate.
Yeah. There were pages in the battle between Rakkus and Cyrano that are so good, and we're like, I don't know. I can't remember what our reasoning was, but we wanted it all to be sequential, so it all sort of like put them, so they would read straight after like a mini story. But then like jumping straight into the middle of a battle without context is difficult if you're trying to like bring somebody on board. And so we needed to have something that sort of onboarded readers who weren't fully familiar with the story yet before we got into this awesome fight scene that we have. And so I think ultimately decided to split them and kind of have our cake and eat it too.
Nice. Well, this is some yummy fucking cake, fellas. No, these are really, really beautiful pages. Hold on. I'm so bad about comments. I apologize to our guests and our viewers. I'll never get better at this. I've tried. Let's see. We got David said a while ago, Luca, you're no longer on the waiting list.
I am not sure what he means. I have an idea, but maybe it means we'll be working together on other stuff again.
I hope so. Ian says you're killing it. I agree. You're at the right. What's up, K-pop? Happy to have you. Agree. This is a beautiful book. Really, really reminding me. I haven't played Diablo yet today, guys, and it's tugging at my soul. And I am so addicted. And
have you
like,
picked up the Necromancer? So
I did not. No, I want.
Yeah, fuck off that.
I want.
Yeah, get out of here with that
I saw some like
probably a whirlwind
videos.
barbarian or some nonsense.
No, I'm an ice slinging sorceress. I'm a respectable person.
Yeah, at least there's magic involved.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I do kind of want a whirlwind barbarian though, because I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about Diablo 2, which is stupid because you like play it. I've played it for like an obscene amount of time, and then when I'm not playing it, I'm like watching a goddamn YouTube video about it. I'm like, what is wrong with you? But there's other characters look really cool.
Yeah, I've been playing Diablo since it came out in the 90s, right? And I've been obsessed with it. In like Diablo 2, I'm always Necromancer. I played Diablo 2 until my hands bled, and every time I play through it, Necromancer. Every time. This new build of Necromancer, and I would lie if I didn't say some of the inspiration for some of this didn't come from Diablo. Like if you see right here, like the bwaff sound effect that we have right here for the hand coming out, and then if you scroll down like a little bit, like all the bwaff bwaff bwaff. Those coming out. That's actually when I wrote down that sound effect, I was thinking about in Diablo 2 the sound that the Necromancer makes when he's raising a skeleton, just
nice.
Out. And then and then the lettering design that Jason did for it. I think because I know what it's supposed to sound like really translates that actual sound to it. And then Luca added like the green coloring for it comes out. This page looks like it glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Like when you're just looking at it, like even on print, like it's on a screen right now, so of course it's lit, but like the color in that is so bright and vibrant. It feels like
CMYK is gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Andy says the book looks really beautiful. I totally agree. But yeah, like I really did. I totally picked up because I didn't play Diablo 3, but Diablo 2. I was actually just talking about this today online. On Twitter. But I said, when I went to high school, my dad wanted me to play football. I went to Rockhurst High School, and it was an all-guy high school with a great sports team. And all my friends went to O'Hara High School, which was like the regular Catholic high school. So neither of them were regular because they were private, but like my dad made this weird promise to my mom, whose family was all crazy religious anyway. So I go to this prep school, and I end up not playing football. And because of that, like a lot of my friends that carried over, like we quit hanging out. And so what did I do? I found drugs in Diablo, and not like bad drugs, like found weed. Right. And like, but I would come home from school. I would usually have to stay at Rockers till about 5 when one of my parents got off work and came to pick me up. So like I had nothing to do but like crush all my homework in the 2 hours I had to wait to get picked up from school, and then go home, play Diablo till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, get up at 7, get dressed, go to school. Right. That was like my life. Like we were all doing. And then during lunch, I would sit with this tiny group of nerds that I met, and we would talk like builds and magic find runs and shit. And then go home and play together. And it was like, I've actually found like a group of cool friends, like because of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. And because I started playing it when the expansion came out. And, Diablo 4 is making me feel like that. It's making me feel like I'm younger and have less responsibilities, even though I totally do. And so
that's dangerous. When you're young and don't have responsibilities, you feel that way. But when you're an adult, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's a dangerous.
Like when you're an adult with clients and jobs and
don't make me do taxes anymore, please.
If you start playing Diablo 4, you don't have to do taxes. You just forget about it. You're just like, sorry, I was questing. Sorry. But anyway, long story short, you pulled this off, sir. All of you, like this page made me like already miss, like just, like think of playing Diablo now and as a kid and like that franchise and like paying respect to it. And I love like the outfit, the staff, the great glowing colors, all of it just very much like good nerdy demon slaying vibes that you guys are doing in a fresh way.
That last panel up there right now I had no idea how I was going to do that. The script was like, and the skeleton explodes, and I was like, oh, does it? Okay, cool.
that felt like my version, like the necromancy version of like a crowd full of horses or some nonsense.
Yeah, because honestly, the bear skeleton thing which was it wasn't just a bear skeleton. It's a bear skeleton and then like a lower half of a human skeleton. And
wow.
I had to spend like, I don't know. I forget how it took me a while. I was like, how is this gonna? I thought it was gonna look weird. I had to like play with the proportions a little bit. But
I'm sorry about
no,
that.
don't apologize. It was good. It pushed me, but it was just like.
So
was like,
cars,
how am I gonna
horses,
do
and
this?
exploding skeletons are the hardest things to draw in
For
comics.
me at least.
I was gonna hit up a Blizzard to have them promote us.
Look,
Our comics make their viewers feel like nostalgia for the people.
Give them a few free copies of Diablo 4 to give away during the campaign. Like, come on.
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it. I don't give.
Yeah. Oh, weird! I won my own thing.
Somebody in the chat like retweets or comments on a post like this on Twitter. Make sure you add Blizzard.
Yeah, hashtag Blizzard.
Absolutely
add Blizzard.
do. Yes, shamelessly do.
We've been doing. Cole and I started doing that for Blake and Cole Read a Book with Maker's Mark because one night we were joking around about like we've talked about mindset and there's all this like product placement talk with like mind control and shit. So the whole episode we kept just brand dropping shit as a joke, but we kept bringing up Maker's Mark and then I was drinking Maker's Mark, so I like we were holding up the bottle and then I even did a couple like I was like Blake's Buzz sponsored by Maker's Mark and. We tweeted them, we tweeted them and stuff, and they were like, "Thanks, but no luck on sponsorship." So, sorry guys, still no sponsor, but it's okay. I still get great guests, as you can see. Who needs a sponsor? Unless it was like if it was free booze, that would be pretty stoked though.
That's true.
Maybe I don't know. But yeah, so this is a absolutely gorgeous comic. I have a question about magic in comics because, you know. Okay, so on the topic of magic in comics, one of the magical things about comics is how static imagery moves. You know, these images are static. They do not move in real life, right? But because of because of the layout progression, panel placement, the gutter, and these things make our mind travel with the image, and it works. Like we see it move. And magic is it's got a lot of light and glowing and sound effects and a lot of movement, right? Like these spells whisk through the air and do, like we're doing here, like wrap around the skeleton and tear it apart into little tiny pieces. How hard is this, and how often? Because I feel like this isn't the only time this happens in a magical comic about necromancy. So there's going to be a lot of like physical art going on of magic throughout this piece, and how hard was that to do and make come alive?
I mean, it was hard. The magic aspect, I feel like I don't know how much special stuff I did for the magic. I mean, there's like, Luca and I added the green effect. I think the thing that was harder for me is that a lot of the comics I do are not super action heavy.
Okay.
And so this scene, especially like the pages around this scene, I really had to stretch a lot because I'm not used to kind of composing action shots and like making all of that work. But also because Dillon wrote a very creative fight scene, it wasn't just like punching and stuff. So there are aspects in this fight, like, raising a half human, half bear skeleton out of the ground, where I had to really like figure out which, to borrow an animation term, like which keyframe would be the most important thing to show per panel. And I actually ended up adding a bunch of panels.
Jason's a masochist that way.
I think there's
so many panels.
There's one page, I think there was originally like 7 panels that is now like 12. Or something.
Wow. That wasn't my fault.
No, that was all me. Because my whole thing with comics is clarity. Like I want to make sure that everything is as readable as possible at a glance. Like if I have to backtrack on a comic, or if it like anything that stops the forward momentum of the story, I don't ever want to make those mistakes if I can. I mean, mistake is maybe harsh, but I want to try to like avoid that as much as possible. Okay. So beat for beat, it's like I try to make every panel like one main thing, right? You can hide little Easter eggs or details in it, but I always want to make sure that like you're not skipping too many steps between panels.
Okay.
At least with like a fight scene or something. But like Magic specifically, I don't know if I have anything like Magic specific. Okay, go for it. Yeah.
I do, because as you guys know, I rarely, if ever, work on special effects in comics. So it was quite a challenge for me to establish a procedure to make it look flashy.
Oh.
Because it's not something I'm used to. So I think it works.
Definitely.
I hope I remember how I did it, and I will continue to it.
And hopefully it's all as long as it's always green and we never have to change anything.
Yeah. If my layers, every time I go back on a project, because we've had we did the pages a while ago by now.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an ellipse between when I started it and when I'm going to end them. Hopefully, if we are funded. So I'm going to have to backtrack and rewatch my layers and relearn how I did it and find out, oh yeah, that's how I did it.
I'm gonna
figure out maybe I can do it better now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a similar thing, because also like there's like a flow that you get in after you draw characters or draw certain things, and to have a gap, there's like a warm up period of like needing to get back into like, how does this person's head shaped and how how do I, it's, and also because like I don't know. I feel like my style sort of varies based on the book. So if I'm like, not like drastically, but enough that it's like, for me, it's noticeable. And so like this drawing technique is slightly different than like what I did on the last book that I just drew, or like, so it's like, you know, getting back into that. So
you refuse to just stay in a comfort zone. You're like, you push yourself every project, just like,
I don't even know if I do it on purpose. It just sort of happens. Like I'll like, you know, I have like books that are more historical fiction. I have like a lot more like texture and stuff. Okay. Or like, you know, with this one, because of the nature of the story, it's like a little bit more fantasy children's book kind of looked. I mean, not really, like, to me, I don't know if that's coming across at all, but there's like undertones of that, like the like more open line style in certain areas, not like flat blacks everywhere. Stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Nice.
So this is, you got JJ Lopez working on a cover. That's cool.
Yeah, like right before we jumped on this call, actually, he sent us I think in the final ish stages, I think he's still tweaking the colors on it a little bit. Ooh. But it looks like a Drew Struzan poster or something. Like it looks incredible. It looks really, really cool. So I think this week we think we're gonna have it ready this week. And if it is, I will do a reveal for it on Twitter and social media in general. Nice. And then I'll see about swapping out the pictures on the Kickstarter so people can start dogpiling on it. By cool. Dogpiling is it a good way, like jumping at it?
Like jumping on the chance to buy it. Yeah. Because they're going to be hungry for it. Ian says he can vouch. Dude works incredibly hard.
Thanks,
I mean, I feel like this whole team works really hard. I know the Nottingham teams. I've known Luca from before, from the before times, and not like 13 eons ago or whatever. Like I didn't meet, like we weren't pushing carts together like on the playground. I don't know why did I go pushing carts? I meant like we weren't. I was trying to say people weren't pushing us in carts around, and it totally turned, because that's what you do. I met my best friend pushing carts at the playground. What does that mean? Like you're selling like cartridges? Like what? Anyways, I don't know. You got to push those carts. I mean, it's just water vapor. It's cool.
15 tons. That's all that you get.
But I know like everybody that's worked with Luca is always really impressed and really in love. Or at least that's how they act publicly. I guess like I'm not Jerry Springer. People wouldn't come on my show and be like, this guy sucks at coloring and he couldn't.
Listen, Luca, I don't care what anyone else says about you. You're great.
Well, I got some different opinions. So here we go.
Let's fight.
I tell people that Luca's a literal wizard because he's so good at coloring.
Nice.
I always reply, it's about the beard.
Yeah, it's all the power is stored in the beard. That's actually that's part of
the beard and the hair. There's a rumor going around. I don't know who started it, but like people in comics that have like long, luxurious, healthy hair are always obscenely talented, and it's crazy. It's like, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure there's like a bald dude out there somewhere who can write, like maybe Grant Morrison.
Isn't that the joke? Is that most you know, big time comic writers are just bald white dudes?
That's the joke, yeah. But then like you look at like Saladin Ahmed or like or Ram, and these guys, they have like these beautiful like heads of hair, and they're like, and they talk about like getting older, and I'm like, you're what? Like you're 8, like I wish
you don't
like,
see all the white in my beard, man.
Oh yeah, that's Saladin said
It's
that
well
too.
hidden.
He was like, I dye my beard, man, and I was like, well, you still have a bunch of hair, and I'm bald, so that's
Yeah, as far as I can keep them, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me live vicariously through this bullshit. No, but
I'm happy to slide.
It seems like, you know, people with good hair, like with good hair comes great creatability. Maybe.
That was the original.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard they cut that out.
That was the original. Great power comes great responsibility.
They were like, it's too niche, Stan. Like, you gotta expand it. More people need to connect with this. Like, not everybody's got great long hair.
More beard in comics. That's long hairs.
Like he always does.
Anyways, that's comic book history on Blake's Buzz, ladies and gentlemen. Something you never thought you'd get. Anyways, that's just a theory going on. But I do know, like, you do make pages look fucking great. As do you, Jason. This is my first. I have Yule, but like many Kickstarter books, I'm terrible at, like, I buy, especially when I buy digital for stuff. Like the digitals get like downloaded, and then sometimes I've read some of the shorts in Yule, but I haven't read the whole thing. But this is my first look at your art, and it's like it really impressed the shit out of me. Like when I saw this Kickstarter being passed around, and I was just like, wow. And it sticks out. Like you guys got a good banner, like the link banner and stuff for when you post the links. Like very, very smart on the art assets you chose, and you know, just to showcase what you guys are bringing to the table, which I think looks better than a lot of things out there on Kickstarter right now. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just like a famous internet personality who talks about comics. I'm not famous.
There's a behind the scene you don't know about Jason's art, which is my favorite thing, aside being gorgeous and legitimately so. That he sends me the layers he sends me the files with all the different layers.
Oh yeah.
So doing my work on his lines is so easy.
Oh.
I just have to merge this. Yeah. I can work over this, but under that, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so convenient.
From what I've heard, from what I understand of art, like doing digital art, is that like there's the joke or the meme that the layers are just absolute chaos and nothing's properly labeled and like things get lost. But it sounds like Jason is very orderly and names things very well.
Not all the time, but if I'm sending it to somebody else, then I make sure that everything's clean.
Yeah. Wow. Which I appreciate. My layers are all named, all in proper folders and colored folders at that. So,
right. Yeah, I do a similar thing. Like I'll separate out when I draw, I separate out the backgrounds from the characters. So that sometimes I can draw through, if I need to like figure out how something's going to look, I can just draw the background through and then put the characters on top. Actually, I guess similar to animation in that way. And I'm not like an animator at all.
I was about to ask if you had like a background in animation or something.
I don't. I'm just organized, I guess.
Well, hey, I am not. I bought a planner and used it for like a week and then fell behind using it and then realized I didn't really like the layout of the planner and then bought a new planner because it has a bee on the cover.
Well, that's pretty.
Seems like a good
and I haven't used that yet either. Like I've got stuff scheduled that I really should write down, and I'm pure chaos, guys. I keep all my emails. So I constantly like go back and look at emails, but for some reason I just like refuse to make a schedule or use a calendar. I don't know what kind of machine I'm trying to rage against and what my fucking problem is, but I just can't. I can't. I try really hard. I can't keep up with it. I'm like, I like get an email and I'm like, oh cool, that's booked, and then I'm like, oh, I should write that down later, and then I see a butterfly, and then I play Diablo. And that's
actually having the calendar on my mobile phone, so I can immediately write it on the phone. Yeah, they're saved.
That was my primary purpose for getting a smartwatch, is because at work I'm part of a work email, like or work calendar. So like studies get scheduled and visits get scheduled. But then like if I'm not at that calendar, like I don't know it's happening. And so I got a smartwatch specifically so that it will yell at me an hour before something's supposed to happen.
Oh wow. Maybe that's what I need. I need a smartwatch.
Yeah.
Seems we're on the same line.
I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on one and then come yell
Don't
at
do
you.
that.
If it doesn't make
No,
my
I don't
life
want to be
better.
the guy.
I don't have a lot of money, so it can't happen. It was just a fun thought.
Think of all the comics you could buy with that
I
money.
know. That's an omnibus I've been wanting, or 3. I mean, I guess
I would
that's
assume a couple, yes.
yeah, it'd be those aren't super cheap. No, I just need a new phone. Like my phone's several years old now, and it's like starting to show its age. And as someone who takes pictures with it and stuff a lot, I'm starting to, and like video and stuff, I'm starting like, you old piece of shit. Like, and I'm like, but even that, like, it's just like, I don't know, like I don't want to.
But it works.
Yeah, it works, and it's still HD, and so like, hey,
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah, I don't know.
I run all of my tech into the ground before I.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't you just get a new computer, a new tablet or something to work on?
I just got an M1 MacBook Pro.
Oh,
Right
you didn't even get the M2. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well,
They're very similar.
I got there. I think I got the M1 like a week before, but I also
bummer.
I got like a good deal on it, so I got it.
Nice. No,
That's the way to go.
that's everybody says, like everybody has been saying, like especially if you want like the real, like the slim profile, like the M1 MacBook Air is like, you can save like a few $100s. There's no reason to get the and you can still like crush video recording and encoding.
Yeah, I mean it's really good. I mean, I thought it's a 14-inch. Normally I had like a 15 or a 16.
Yeah,
but I feel like I don't miss it. I work on a Cintiq, so it doesn't matter.
I was about to say, like, what I was like, okay, so how does this translate into like work? Because you're obviously a digital artist because the layers. Okay, so then you have the Cintiq. That's like the monitor thing you draw on that sits outside of the computer. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I have a Cintiq Pro 16, which has its issues, but it works.
Don't they all have their issues? Like I feel like everybody who has one's like, this thing's ruined my life more times than I can count. I smoke 2 packs a day now because of this thing and its drivers, but I can't use anything else. Like I'll never draw on an iPad. Fuck you, iPad.
I actually like drawing on an iPad, but I don't use it as much. Like it's not. I don't use it.
Well, you're restricted a little bit on size too, right?
Yeah. It's a 12 point. I have the 12.9, so it's fine. It's good. It's good for like sketching or something. If I want to like go to the park and draw or something,
nice.
It's good for that. But,
nice.
Yeah.
Going outside.
I know what. That's gross. The sun just kills you slowly.
Dude.
It's true.
Maybe I don't know. I think everything kills you. Your guys' comics probably going to kill us, but like a good drug, we're going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, be a good necromancer. Stay out of the sun. Stay in your hovel. Your hovel, reading text and just tinkering with dead bodies, things
Talking
like that.
To the old
Clean your hovel, like our protagonist doesn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she goes all over the place in our book.
So we kind of mentioned that you guys have been working on this for a really long time, right? So how long has this project been in fruition from like concept? Okay, maybe not concept. If you were like, when I was 7 years old, I had this dream. I don't want to go back that far, but like the realistic timeline.
The Goonies thing where Chunk is talking about back in the first grade. No. I think so when I first started thinking about this story, when I got an idea for the seed that would become this story, was probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I was in the back of a friend's car and we were going to karaoke night. And like, I had this idea of this little boy who's looking for his dog in the forest and then finds this cabin. And it turns out there's a necromancer living inside who has killed his dog. And so the necromancer originally was going to be a bad guy. And then he would have to like steal a necromancy book or whatever to fight against this evil necromancer who killed his dog or whatever. But like, I didn't really know what to do with that. I didn't have a good direction for it. And so I put it in my phone and then it stayed there for several years. And And then I
Plus,
started
pelling
thinking
the
about
dog is no.
Yeah, I was about to say,
and that's the thing,
I was
too,
like, a dog doesn't.
that's
die
what
in
I'm
this, so I
saying. I
can't
was like,
deal
you
with that
can't
shit,
do this,
guys.
Dylan. Keep it on your phone. Don't let anybody see this. Don't talk about this on the internet ever. And here we are. But then I started revisiting books and shows and movies that sort of recontextualize death as a concept, but also as a character. So like Neil Gaiman in Sandman series, like death is a very lovable figure in that. In Terry Pratchett, death is hilarious in Terry Pratchett's books in Discworld. And then even shows like Owl House. What was the other one? The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, right? If we all remember that one from.
I don't think I remember that one.
I do.
I know of it.
These two little kids, and like death is like their best friend, and like they go on wacky adventures.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
And so I started just thinking about how like death is the universal bad in most things. Like that's what you avoid at all costs. And I was like, what if it wasn't all bad? Like, what if there was a purpose for it, right? Just a universal purpose and why it needs to exist for life to have meaning. And so I started chewing on that a lot more. And then I divided the idea of necromancy into these two paths that you can take. One is the good path that Cyrano and Jesse are two good necromancers they follow, and that's about building a relationship with the dead, right? About building a relationship, building trust, so that when you need help, you can ask them, and that's sort of it becomes like this really mushy kind of a metaphor thing, like when you think about your loved ones that you may or may not have lost. And like how their memory can motivate you to be a better person and to help other people. And so that's sort of baked into the architecture of how that system of necromancy works. Then the other side is Rakis, who's our villain, and she wants to control the dead. She doesn't want to deal with the dead. She doesn't want to talk to them or build a relationship. She just wants to control them and use them for her own malevolent purposes. She's been slighted by the dead in the past, that we'll learn as the book goes on. And so she's got this angry vendetta. And so she's searching for the hand of death so that she can take control and doesn't have to actually, build a relationship or anything with the dead. And so that became the two systems. And that's sort of how you can deal with death in real life, right? Like you can really just, it's all about how you perceive it, right?
Yeah.
With so many things that you can't control in life, it's all about your reaction to the thing rather than the thing itself.
Yeah, there's like a rage and acceptance sphere.
Right,
Kinda, right?
That's exactly right. It's a conversation. It's an ongoing an inner conversation. It can be an external conversation, and a conversation within the book that we made. And so I had all these, and I was piecing it all together. And then, like I said, I was throwing it into the chat. When I started talking about it and started doing more with it, the chat that Jason was in, and Jason was like, that sounds really cool. And Jason started to like talk about it more with me and like give me, like, we started batting ideas off each other. Like a lot of cool character design features that became story elements came from Jason, like how Rex's eyes are burned around the sides, her clothing, how it's all patchwork. Stuff like that. A lot of that stuff came from Jason that sort of baked itself into the story. And then we approached Luca, and he came on as our colorist. And he's also a great soundboard for ideas that we have. And he'll be like, no, that's dumb, or that's great. Oh no, that's good. or that's bad. And so he's sort of like the last litmus test that we pass.
I have never said no. That's
you've never said those things. No, you don't.
I'd have thought it, but I didn't have.
Yeah, but
an opportunity to.
I'll be honest. I started rambling just then. I don't really remember what the question was. Was it how long ago was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot too for a second what it was. Dude, you had me wrapped around your finger though. I was just like, this is so smart. This guy is talented as fuck. Oh my god. I was like, yeah, death, two sides of death. Oh my god. I love this duality in necromancy though, because right, 'cause a lot of times you think of like necromancy as like it's just absolutely evil, and there's like no good can come of playing with death in that kind of way and raising bodies and golems and casting spells and shit, right? But like no, you have this there's like we mentioned, like a respect, or
Yeah.
you know, in a different kind of relationship on that element. And then there's that that kind of like rage, depression, the giving up side of death, where you let it control you and refuse to move past it. And that's kind of the evil side. Like, dude, that's fucking sick, dude. That you sold. So like, I'm really glad you rambled just now. That was a solid little deal.
Sometimes I ramble, and sometimes it burns everything to the ground, and sometimes it works out okay.
sometimes you're like, hey, this is how we make a $10,000 comic, and even Jason was like, I wasn't even going to work with him, but the idea sounded so cool. We just started chatting, and then all of a sudden I signed this contract. I don't know what happened.
Suddenly I was signing. So there's blood on my finger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the contracts for a necromancy contract are they a little more?
Obviously signed in blood,
like a ritual.
It was real tough getting Luca's blood because he lives in Italy, but we managed.
Send over some pizza and it worked as well.
Yeah. I think the short answer to your question is about 5 years.
Okay,
is when it from conception to where we are now.
And then if this gets funded, what's your time frame on art finalization and printing and delivery?
So I have to look at the schedule.
And we know this is an estimation, by the way. But time frame from funding to, and then it takes a couple weeks to get the money, and then you got to pay everybody and divide all that out.
So I can't. We have the schedule. I don't know if you can pull it back up, but we on the Kickstarter page we have the schedule written out.
The short answer is around early winter.
Yeah, so I think
this year,
December of 2020. It should be way down at the bottom. Okay. December of 2023 is when we will be shipping things out. Is the long and short of it. And so if you're wanting to get your Christmas shopping done early, it's right there. Yeah, the budget. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. So Luca usually works on colors sort of concurrently with Jason, with the pencils and stuff, and we're hoping to have that done by October-ish. Then printing and shipping will happen around then. And so fulfillment will ultimately take place likely in December of this. We're finishing up the campaign. And so if you haven't gotten your Christmas shopping done yet, do it right now.
There you go.
Get it taken care of early, and then future you won't be mad.
Yeah, there you go. Get some add-ons and some variants and some cool hats and t-shirts.
So I did hat. That's actually cool.
I was looking at that. I don't hate it.
Yeah, so I was at what was it? Oh gosh, it was Wicked Con. It was called as a Boston-based Comic-Con.
Nice.
I was there a few months ago before we put together the campaign, and there was this woman there, and she has this little boutique company, very local here in Massachusetts, called And So It Begins. Mm-hmm. And she was there like sewing things on the spot. She's like, "Give me a design, and I'll sew it on a hat." And I was like, "What?" And so like I pulled up like this crappy screenshot that I had of Jason's skull paw that he has, and I showed it to her, and she's like, "Send me that file." And I was like, "Okay." And so I sent it to her, and she did. This is the mock-up that she did for it.
Sick.
It looks.
I had not seen it yet.
It's so cool. Good, right?
So good.
It's very cool.
And I was like, "All right, let's see what it looks like on a hat." So she made me a hat. I gave the hat to one of my family members, and so they've got the hat currently. Promoting around. Yeah, so I was like, "Is it possible to like do a huge bulk order of these?" And she's like, "Absolutely." And so I've been in communication with her, but it was so serendipitous that like she was able to do it because it's perfect and it goes perfectly with the t-shirt.
And this says custom embroidered, so these are going to be stitched on the hat, not
This is stitched onto like a piece of paper.
These will last. These are going to be nice hats.
This isn't a patch that gets ironed on. This is just a sample piece of cloth.
Boom. That's sick.
This gets stitched directly onto the hat, and it's sick.
Great. What do these cost extra as an add-on?
I think that as an add-on, I think those are $25.
Okay.
As an add-on. If there's I guess the early bird bundle is long since gone, but
that was a good deal.
It was such a good deal. It was like $45 for a shirt, a hat, and then everything that came before it.
And the comic?
and the comic. And
Holy
like,
shit!
Right? And everyone's like, "There's no way you're making money on this." And I was like, "I don't know how."
We
But
weren't.
yeah. So yeah, yeah, you can buy the hat on its own for $25.
Nice.
You can get it as a reward tier as well. And then I think those are also for 45.
Oh, so 45 with the comic.
For with the comic this 45, it comes with everything that came before it, I think, as well.
Okay.
So it comes with the comic, physical
Prints.
and digital. It comes with the stickers, comes with the prints.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it comes with all that stuff. And so
oh, well, there's one left. I see. Like, there we go.
There's 49 left. There's one backer for it, and there's 49
left. That's See,
yeah.
I just can't read.
A lot of people jumped on the early bird and then get it elsewhere. A lot of people are buying it also from the add-on store.
Okay.
As well. I just had a conversation with somebody and they were like, it's an additional shipping charge for every add-on that you do. And that ends up costing a bunch of money. You should bundle some together to save on shipping. I was like, that's a brilliant idea. And so just today I made a bunch of bundles. And so there's like a hat shirt combo bundle. There's a print bundle. You can get the three prints in like a larger size, like 12 by 18, 11 by 17 as a bundle. You can get the JJ Lopez variant and the standard comic bundled together if you wanted both of those. And so
Collections arise.
Yeah. If somebody in the chat or anybody listening has a bundle idea that they want, like if you want a bunch of items together and not have to buy them all separately or whatever on it, like let me know, and then I'll
you want a bundle? We give you a bundle.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll give it to you.
We will take your money any way possible, ladies and gentlemen. Like we'll make it happen.
I want to take your money, but I want to take it justly. I don't want you to pay I don't want you to pay a shit ton for shipping.
No,
you're getting one order of things. Like that's crazy.
That's cool. That's cool of you to do.
And so if I can reduce shipping for you, I absolutely will.
I wish I could change your name. I'd change it to Dillon Making Bundles on the Fly Gilbertson. I wish I had like control over that on my end of streaming.
Another thing, I think we're Jason might have been on some conversation for intercontinental backers, because like a lot of people in Italy or in the UK, Laura Helsby did one of the prints. She did they did the Moskelly print, and they did a fantastic job. And they might want some items, but we don't have international or intercontinental shipping currently. And so we've worked out this soft system that requires a lot of trust on both parts, where if you live outside of North America and you want something, just pay for the US shipping. It's the cheapest option. And then let me know the address, or when the backer kits come out or when the backer surveys come out, write down your address, and then I'll get those items and I will package them and I will bring them to the shipment, the probably UPS or FedEx or wherever it is it's going to be cheapest, and I will get a quote for you to let you know how much it's going to be for shipping that way. And I will email you. I'll scan and email you that quote so you know exactly how much that's going to be. And if it's too much, if you don't want to pay that, let me know and I will refund you that money. And we'll still give you the digital bundle because you helped us get here. And so if you live internationally, just buy it with the US shipping, and we'll see if we can make it work for you.
That's very, very cool of you. What made you decide to want to do that? Because I mean, that's a lot of extra work on top of a Kickstarter. That's already a lot of extra work.
Yeah, I got some Kickstarter messages and even an email from my website that were like, hey, there was somebody who lived in France and there's another person who lived in Germany. And so I tried to get shipping quotes to let them know how much it would be. And the cheapest one I could find was like $100. And I was like, yeah, right. And I was like, that's insane. That's so much money for it. And so I told them that. I was like, listen, it may be about 100, but I don't know, because those quotes are just, like early quotes are just like early quotes. They don't actually know until they have the package, or until I have the package. I know exactly how much it's going to weigh. I know the exact dimensions. Things could change. And so if you don't want to pay what it ends up being, you won't have to pay it. But Yeah, so and I was just trying to make it work for these people that said that they wanted it, and that's sort of how that idea I think came to be. I think Ian Mondrick, if he's still in the chat, probably had a large hand in giving us this idea as well. Jason, I think might have given the final details.
I think we were workshopping it. I think.
Yeah, we all kind of worked together on it.
That's cool. Well, that's very, very cool of you. Cause there are like my buddy Ronan lives in Australia, and like, he loves backing Kickstarters, and he's the same, like, he gets hit with big shipping bills all the time.
I mean, Ronan, I mean, you might know shipping across seas better than I do if you've done it in the past, but yeah, if you want something, man, back for it, just pay US shipping, and then I'll get in touch with you and let you know what it's going to be.
Nice. That's really cool, guys. But yeah, I mean, so you got 2 weeks left. Like, I think these pages speak for themselves. It's a beautiful book. You got me excited about it. Like, I mean, I would love to see and read the finished product. Like, it looks like it's gonna be a really great book. Is this is this gonna be something you guys are gonna? I mean, obviously, I guess it depends on the what happens in the next couple weeks. But is this a mini series? Is this a one shot for now? Like, what is it? What do you guys got thinking for this?
This will be a mini series. We've got a few more issues, and so, like, depending on the success of this one, we'll start working on the next one. We'll make it work with our schedules. So this is not the only issue for it by a long shot. We still have a few more in it.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Well, guys, like I said, I've talked to Luca before. Dillon, Jason, it was really great getting to talk to you guys and having you on the show and talking about your really great looking book. With I can't say, I do a lot of PR stuff right now, and I'm working on a lot of Kickstarters, and I really cannot stress how great your art assets look, how, like, these add-on tiers, the merch you guys got. Like that beanie's gorgeous. So that's so crazy that you just stumbled into that, like, serendipitously. But I'm glad, and the question mark t-shirt, logo is great. It's just that you got a lot of cool stuff for people to spend money on, and that I think people are going to want to spend money on too, which is so just very, very smart on all your guys' decisions, like all the stuff you decided to do, because that doesn't make fulfillment easier, right? So that's a lot like being kind to international backers and offering that kind of deal, like just some extra work that you guys are going to have to do, and you do that extra work because you believe in the project, and you see that passion and belief in the pages that you showed on Kickstarter. So like I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the smoke you guys bring to the table. I think you got the sauce.
Thanks,
you got the sauce, baby. It's coming. It's coming.
Thank you so much for agreeing to have us on the show and stuff. Like, we believe in the book. So, like, we have all the faith in the world in this book. It's beautiful. It's a great story. It's a very well made product, if you will. Like, it's incredible. We love this book so much, and we have all the faith in it. But it's just difficult. If we can just get it in front of more people's eyes, we think it can be, we think people will love it as well, as much as we do, if not more. And so it's just right now, the huge battle is just getting it in front of people so they can see what it is. Yeah. And you're a big part of that. And so thank you for that.
No, man, anytime. And I'm happy to help. And, like, also Luca just bombarded me online. It's not like I had a choice. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, I think he like just threw us all in a group chat.
Yeah,
to make it happen.
You did. It was. I mean, I wish more people did that, honestly. Like, because especially when it's like a team of people. Like, I mean, just sometimes it's easy when, like, everybody's like, yeah, this day works, this day doesn't, and it makes scheduling easier. But yeah, Luca was just like, I get this DM and I open it, and then it's like Luca added Jason and Dillon, and he's like, we're going on the buzz, and I was like, all right, when are you guys free? Like, so I mean, that's one way.
Flirting on the comments.
Yeah. He was now. Luca watches my show sometimes and comments and like engages. Like, we talk sometimes, so it's not like this random crazy colorist just hits me up and is like, I'm on your show tomorrow. So we know each other. But yeah, it was funny, but it was all, I mean, hey, it fucking worked, and it made like scheduling all three of you guys together was really easy. So, like, thank you for making that part. Oh, I was going to mention earlier because you were on Ian's show earlier, and what was it? Sunday? It was Sunday or Monday. I'm deep into a Diablo binge, and like I'm not paying attention to life's responsibilities. And I took a break, right, and checked my phone, and Ian had DM'd me, and he was like, hey man, I just want you to know, we'll be wrapping up, by 8 Central, so everything will be fine with Dillon. And I thought it was for I was like, we don't have a show tonight, right? I got kind of confused, dude. I like that panic hit me, like, oh my god, I forgot we rescheduled. Yeah, and I was like, fuck. Yeah. And then I was like, what? No, that's when. And he was like, oh yeah, I was just giving you a heads up. I was like, giving me a heart attack. What you fucking do?
We were right before this. I was on Ian's. You
doing the Twitter Spaces still?
Yeah, his Twitter Space that he had, and I was on there with a bunch of other incredible creators, like Jared. Jared was on there with his Southbound book that's on Kickstarter.
Oh, Jared, right now. Yeah, Jared's awesome.
Memoirs of the Morbid is on Kickstarter. So we had all these cool creators on there, and then Ian was kind enough to be like, I don't want to pull audience away from the Buzz show, and so we'll end it here. And I was like, one, that's incredibly nice of you, but then also I'm sorry that I had to feel like I was the catalyst for having to end the spaces.
That's cute that he thinks that more people watch me than him. Like his Twitter Spaces get packed.
Ian's one of the most helpful in
no, he's awesome. Yeah, he must have taken a break because these Twitter things. Did he take a little break for a little bit because he just had a kid.
Yeah, no, yeah, he took a bit of a break, and that's also part of what makes Ian great is that there are a bunch of people, a bunch of great creators that he happens to know or is friends with, in some cases, and he wants to support them, and he wants to make sure that we succeed and that the Kickstarter succeed. And so he came out of retirement to throw us all on a.
Oh, really? So these aren't. He's still here with.
Well, I'm not. I'm a dick.
It's not going to be it's not going to be an every Wednesday thing. Because I used to sometimes. So usually I like to listen to really loud, angry music usually before I go live. It's a new trend I started doing lately. But sometimes I would listen to his show a little bit before, or every now and then I'll watch a little bit of a stream before I go live. While I listen to music, I just can't listen to the music as loud, or unless I turn you guys up and it's 2 things are screaming at me, which just doesn't work. Anyway, but I used to like watching him before my shows sometimes. But it's not like I own Wednesdays. My new format is I work from fucking home and I'll go live when the fuck ever. So let's party. Yeah. But I appreciate that. But yeah, I've joined a couple of his Twitter Spaces, and I wish I had the live. I get people watch my show more later. I don't know about more than him, but just in general, my metrics go up later after the live show, right?
Okay.
But I don't. Yeah, I would love to get 20 people on a live stream is rare anyway, unless you're some little twerp 1 million subscriber Diablo streamer that I'm totally jealous of right now. But but on a Twitter space, if you get 15 to 20 people listening, that's pretty popping, right? And that's if you equate that to a live stream of 15 to 20 people in a chat, active commenting that's a little harder to do. But yeah, it's anyways, I appreciate it, but he's the rock star. I just work.
He's a rock star.
No, he's been on the show before. Meeting him was a very, very good, very, very great pleasure, and I'm glad to know him and a lot of indie. I'm just like Luca and the Nottingham guys. When I met them, and I David and I talk all the time. Oh, not all the time, but frequently. I had to develop just in one. It wasn't a swift chat. It was an hour and a half, 2 hours of live stream. And I think Luca was it took after about 30 minutes, he was awake. But initially he was why am I doing this? I'm pretty sure. Cause it was dude, I don't even remember what it was crazy. It was 4 a.m. your time or something.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the uncomfortable time zone in between Canada and Sydney. So it's always quite challenging to find a schedule that fits all of us in the same time.
Yeah. So as always, I appreciate your sacrifice too in regards to
it's so
scheduling
good.
and doing all this stuff.
I brought you here.
That's true. It was your fault.
I made it happen. I take responsibility.
But I think it's cool because I mean, you're starting to get pretty big time, you know, and like you're people know your name, and when your name's on a comic book cover, it says things, right? And like it's still very cool for you to be like, I'll take the schedule hit, guys. I won't make you get up at 4 a.m. I will.
I don't perceive any of that fame you're pointing me. None of that.
I believe it anyway. You're sweet, nice, Ian. You're just a gem. But all you guys are gems, and it's been very great talking to you. Real quick, because this is regardless what anyone says about me, I think I'm a polite host, and as a polite host, this is the part where I would like you guys. Obviously, you guys got the Kickstarter, but here's a change. If you got like an online shop or a newsletter or anything we can sign up for, the best place to find you on social media. We're not on Twitter anymore. This is a blue sky safe zone. All right. So Daddy's not going to put you in time.
Give me an invite then, you bitch.
I don't have any right now, Luca.
I think that's what David was saying earlier about you being not on the waiting list anymore.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think that's maybe what I meant.
Oh, wait.
Maybe you have an invite.
What?
Yeah, when David Hazan said that you weren't on the wait list anymore, maybe he meant the
I'm gonna check immediately. I'm literally
just don't post
right
about
now.
it on Twitter. Or
Yeah,
you'll get
you'll get in trouble.
I now have blue sky.
Yeah, there we
Yay!
go.
Thanks, David. I love you, man.
What a cool man. David is on, ladies and gentlemen, the hero of the hour, as always.
Yeah.
He always comes in clutch, man. He like
comes in clutch.
he'll like randomly message me about something if I'm like having a bad day or some shit, and then like I don't know, he has like a sixth sense of like when to randomly send a message, or he's good people. He's really good people. Anyways, like I said, like social media, best place to find you guys. If you got a newsletter or something, let's start with Jason. Where's the best place to find you at, bud?
You can go to my website, which is jasonpiperberg.com, which has links to all of my socials and stuff like that. And if you're an artist and you use Clip Studio Paint or Procreate or Photoshop, I have some digital brushes that I make and sell.
Oh, cool.
You're good.
Thanks. Most of them are for Clip Studio Paint because that's what I mainly use. But I have them on Gumroad. I have them on Ko-Fi or Coffee or however you say that.
I say Ko-Fi, but I know it's supposed to stand for coffee, so I've always
the hyphen always makes me. It's like it's like Wi-Fi. It makes me want to say
Coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, that's and then at Jason Piperberg at any social place because my last name is useful and no one has it. So.
Nice, you lucked out there. It sounds cool too. All right, well, yeah. So give Jason a follow to keep track of him. Check out his website. Like I'm gonna keep my eyes on you, bud, because for real, your art's gnarly good. Like I really love it. And you two combined.
But he's one of the best artists I've worked with.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Says the guy who colors Shane Connery Volk.
I'm not putting up a tier list. But I'm saying top 3.
I won't give
easy.
you the numbers. Well, hey, that's still pretty good. Well, and I got a good segue. Mr. Luca, where's the best place to find you? And do you have anything extra or new? What's that blue sky? What's that blue sky name?
Yeah. I was just about to say I'll set up immediately a blue sky so I can promote it. But it will certainly have the usual nickname. You can find me everywhere around the internet, which is Malcolm Ock. I've written there because I don't know how to spell in English. So look for that everywhere, pretty much. Instagram or Twitter. That's what I use mostly. And aside that, I do not sell anything. So buy my comic, please.
Nice. Yeah. And you can check out Nottingham, check out this Kickstarter. Like anything with Luca's name on it is the point is not
there are 2 points to this. One,
okay.
I work on pretty good stories and I want people to read them.
Yes.
Which is the main goal. The second is the more stuff I work with, work in sales, the more I can raise my pay with the editors.
Yeah.
So please help me order every day home delivery food, because that's my goal in life. I don't want to cook. I want
That's
to
your
get
mark of
food
success.
delivered at home. I don't spend on anything else. Just send me money so I can buy food at home.
I love that. Keeping the dreams realistic. Yeah,
I'm so down, man. So real.
I used to tell people I always knew like making it to me would be like if I could pay someone to do my laundry. Like if I was in a position to where like, because if you're paying someone to do your laundry, right? Because like my parents have a house cleaner, but before the house cleaner comes over, they clean the fucking house. Makes no goddamn sense to me, right? Everybody does it, but yeah, it's you know, like they pay a minimal amount. She comes in and like vacuums and like dust. It's a light dusting.
There's nothing left to dust at that point anyway.
But like, you know, but they clean before it, and so like if you were paying the money to have someone do your laundry, like that's a legit house cleaning service. Like you're not fucking getting up early to clean before these people come over, right? Like you're letting them walk into your trash existence and make it look better for a short period of time and grab your sweaty clothes and dirty underwear and clean that for you. Anyways, I was telling myself if I could, that would be making it to me if I could pay someone.
I agree. That's quite a goal.
Yeah.
We're so down to
right. Very close to like, I like to cook, but I still love ordering food and getting takeout. It's just ridiculously expensive when you get it sent to you now, like the delivery shit. So they always trick me. I still come back to it. Anyways, so yeah, everybody go follow Luca, check out his stuff. Buy him a Grubhub gift card. I don't know. I don't even know if they have Grubhub in Italy. What do they have over there? Like, what's your?
We have Just Eat, but I think you have there.
Just Eat.
That sounds, from your faces, that looks like a no.
Yeah, like no one's ever.
Okay.
That's too straightforward.
What are you doing? What are you guys doing for dinner tonight? Oh, Just Eat. Thanks.
I mean,
what does that mean?
It's a very straightforward title.
Yeah.
So, there's no nonsense.
It's like the Uber.
Is it what in Italian, or what is it have a different?
We have. I mean, I use two services.
Okay.
One is Just Eat, which is national. The whole country has it. And the other one is even more straightforward, and it's just Arrivo, which literally means I'm coming. I'm about to be there. Which is only covers only my town and a few small towns nearby. It's just so good.
Nice.
It costs a fuck ton, but it's just so good. That's why my money all goes in there.
Well, now you guys know. Get this man a gift card. Somebody, look at him. He's worth it. He's worth every goddamn penny. Love this guy. And last but not least, first time on the show, first time meeting him. Similar to Jason, Mr. Dillon Gilbertson. Where do we keep track of you at? And do you have anything extra you want to announce or get people to sign up for?
You can find me on my website, dillondoescomics.com. I'm on most of the socials, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Hive. It's all at Dill Gilbertson. So it should be pretty easy to find me on there. I don't think I have anything at this moment that I can say that I can talk about to announce or have you sign up for. I just really want you to check out our book, My Neighbor Necromancer, at necrocomic.com. We'll direct you straight to the Kickstarter. Yeah, it's a beautiful. Yeah, I really lucked out with that URL for it. It's great. Yeah,
it's the best URL ever.
Yeah, even if you can't back, just we just ask that you tell somebody about it. Tell a friend, post about it. Tell as many people as you can. Scream it from the rooftop of the crypts.
Tag Diablo and Blizzard on it.
Yes, everybody
tag Blizzard for sure.
Here's your homework, everybody. I want you to go check out this Kickstarter. I showed you the Kickstarter page. Check it out again, and then share it on Twitter and tag Blizzard, and then hashtag Diablo IV, Diablo 4. But yeah, make sure you at Blizzard though. Like we really, really want to get their attention. Add the hashtag Diablo. You know, just like
this is so fun.
Really let them know. Really let them know that like, you know, Diablo needs a comic. They're getting action figures. They just the McFarlane Toys just announced they're doing Diablo action figures.
Better hire us then.
Yeah, like let's get a Diablo comic going, and I know just the team to do it.
My man.
There we go. Anyways, let's
Yeah.
make it happen. You know, don't be like the Snyder people annoying about it, but just a little Blizzard tag, a little hashtag, not a big deal.
Tag.
And you're helping
Slide
them.
it there.
You're helping them. Diablo 4 is fucking dope. Blake's Buzz said so. Like maybe people buy the game, back the comic. Like it's called cross promotion, ladies
Yes,
and
we
gentlemen.
talked about the franchise. We are allowed to tag them.
Yeah, we gave
We're
them free
promoting
advertising.
them.
Yeah. It's the demon that is eating its own tail. Kind of.
Serpent,
No,
yes.
I really do, guys. This is a beautiful looking comic. It sounds really cool. After talking to you guys, I can just tell how excited and passionate you all are about it, which it gets me excited about it, because that's one of the cool things about Kickstarter is, yeah, they're like, you know, some people are on there because they can be. Some people are on there even though they shouldn't be. I know I might sound like a prick, but that's fine, but it's also true. But you know, like other people are on there because they fucking adore comic books with every cell in their body, and they don't know what to do other than tell a story. And maybe you pitched it and it didn't happen, or maybe someone told you your story wasn't good enough and you said, fuck you, no, I'm going to make this happen. And you put the whole fucking campaign on your shoulders, and you carry it from one step to the next. And people that are excited to do that, and through all those grueling hard steps, like still believe in their product, still believe in their co-creators, and still believe in the medium. Yeah, you're making fucking something special, and it's going to show. And these are the vibes that I'm getting from My Neighbor Necromancer. Even though I initially said the title wrong, I still getting those vibes. It just sang with the element of community. I don't know. That was
I'm with you. Thank you, Blake. Honestly, thank you so
thank
much.
you.
That really does mean a lot. We really appreciate it.
Well, no, I appreciate you guys coming on. You know, anything Blake's Buzz can do for you in the future, to an extent.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah,
On.
you know, per host discretion. But no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you guys, new projects or something, I can't promise how available I am, but having you guys on the show was great. Whether you're together or separate, if you ever need help shouting something out, let me know. You guys, people who know me know I love to run my fucking mouth. So you give me something to run it about, I'm a happy guy. So all right, so guys, this was so great catching up and talking to some of you for the first time. Comic is very, very cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You'd be foolish not to check this book out. It's going to be worth keeping an eye on, and these creators are going to be worth keeping an eye on. And unless they tell me to stop, I'm going to play the music and set everybody free. All right, everybody, love more, hate less, read comics. Thank you so much. We'll be back Friday. Yeah, be back Friday. Closing out the One True Love campaign. I'll see you then.